Hello, it's Kimberly Theodore with Poladora, and as promised, we're going to do the string pull through Floetrol again. We did it, I just did one on white, on a pastel background. And this time we're going to do it on a dark background. So I pre-painted this canvas in black first, and then I added a little bit of gold and a little bit of blue, like a metallic ice blue, and a little bit of purple, just to make it more interesting. So anyway, my drag through colors this time are going to be white, which is pearlized, and yellow, a bright yellow, to stand out on the dark background. But this time, I'm going to try to control myself and not drag too many lines through. So I've limited myself to 5 yarns. So when they're done, and I'm finished. But I think I'd like to start with white, which means I have to wipe this off. By the way, I always level my canvas whenever I'm working. And so canvas is level. I got a string in the white and I've got a string in the yellow. So now we're going to, first thing is I'm going to pull up my sleeves, because if I don't, and I'm going to drag one of my sleeves through. So before I spread it, I'm going to show you about how much I'm putting on. There you go. Kind of give you an idea of how much I'm putting on. And I'm looking for my, here it is, my OXO omelet turning spatula, which spreads paint, or in this case, Floetrol, like a champ. Not only that, but I can see all my, what shall we call them? Our snotters. How's that? It's better than boogers, right? Anyway, what's neat about this tool is that not only does it do a great job spreading things, but if I wanted to get this perfect, I could, but I don't need it to be perfect. Right now I'm just looking for some little typical Floetrol snotters that might be in here. And I don't see any, so that's, oh, there was one. I don't really see much of anything, which is always a good sign. Whoop, I see a hair. You're gone. Okay, so I'm ready now to drag my strings through the Floetrol while it's wet. And I'm gonna climb up and make sure that I didn't bump this thing out of your frame. And I did. So let's move this a little bit. Okay, that's all it took. All right, let's start with the white. I dipped my white string in white pearl, kind of a custom blend I made myself. I don't even remember what's in it anymore, to be honest with you, but here we go. And that's pretty. But you know what? They're real tiny cells this time. Real fine, itty-bitty, dainty cells like lace. But I want them to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to put a little Spot On Treadmill Belt Lubricant, 100% silicone. And I'm going to put 3 drops in each color. Because the color, when I mix my colors, there's nothing in them other than sometimes Floetrol in order to make things sell. But I don't put it in the paint bottles that how I store my paint, because if I want to do a ring pour or something to that, something along the lines of a ring pour, or something where you don't necessarily want any cells, then you can just take the colors right out of the bottles without worrying about making cells where you don't want them. But if I want to make cells, I can just pour the paint from my bottles into a container like this, and then just, you know, add the silicone when I'm ready. So, all right. So now, technically I know that's 1, but it doesn't show very well, so I'm going to give myself another chance up the same line. See how much bigger the cells are? I love it. Okay. Now we're going to try yellow, and I hope I'm not making a mistake, but we're going to do it anyway, right? Because we can always do something different with this if we're not happy with it. Come on. Wants to fold over on me. All right, here we go. Probably should have put a little more paint on that one. Now this is not going to be really obvious to you because the Floetrol itself is foggy. It's kind of milky looking, and after all, I'm trying to use white and yellow, so there's not going to be a big contrast now. But on my next video, what I plan to do is every time I make a video, I'm going to show you a dried version, well, the dried version of whatever we made in the previous video. So that way you'll get a chance to see things both wet and dry. Okay, that's 3. Now I'm going to put 1 more in, the yellow. Wipe off my Princeton Catalyst Art spatulas. I think I have all but 1. And now I notice they came out with some more. So I bought 2 more, but not all of what they came out with. So I'm gonna try the 2 new ones first before I do it again. All right, now we're on to yellow. You want to drag that right through there. Okay, so I have 2 yellow and 2 white. So I think my last one will be white. I've got a whole list going now of things that you've asked me to make videos on. So I will be following that list. But that doesn't mean that you can't, if you haven't already, you can always drop me a line, find me on Facebook or whatever. If there's something that you'd really like to see me do, I would love to hear from you, and we'll work it into the schedule. Okay, so I think while it's here, I'm just going to run that white down the edge. A little bit of yellow, some white again. My edges are already painted, so I don't have to paint them again, but kind of nice to see the yellow and the white run right down the side here, make it part of my side. Okay, so this is going to look a whole lot different when it's dry, because all the Floetrol will dry clear and you'll see the background colors, plus the string pull that I did on top of it. So I'll show it to you on my next video before I start my next video. We're done for today. That was just a short and sweet little thing, and I'd like you to do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button if you like this, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. I'm trying to hit my first 100 subscribers since I'm new. And don't forget to ring the little bell if it's there. If you're on the old version of YouTube, then there will be a bell. And if you're on the new version that they're using, the beta, then there will not be a bell. So don't worry about it if there's no bell. But if there is one, ring it, and what that will do is notify you the next time I make a video. So, and I'll announce it too. Anyway, in my description underneath this video will be a link to Priscilla Batzel's Amazon link. And for no additional cost to you, if you buy something through that link, which I'll provide, then she will get some credit. Not a lot, but she gets a little commission for it. And I'm trying to help her out, so if you would be kind enough to do that, I'd appreciate it. Other than that, we're done for today, and thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you came, and you'll have to let me know in the comments below what you think of this, and also if there's anything special you'd like me to add to my list of future videos. And that's it. This is Theodore from Poladora saying goodbye.